Okay. Hey everyone, welcome to another Open Cluster Management Community meeting. Today is June the 6th, 2025. On the agenda today, Joshua is gonna show off some of his development on the OCM UI, OCM dashboard, something that the community once in a while always requested for. So really excited to see his work. Shuja, without any delay, please take it away. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let me share my screen. Oh, okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen, but it's like a note.
Oh,
It's not the
oh, sorry,
dashboard.
sorry for. Let me share my uh dashboard too. Okay,
Yep,
I
this is
think
good. Thank
yeah. Okay, so this is the dashboard I'm working on. Uh, Currently, it covers some of our OCM's core API. Like in the overview page, you can see the cluster and how many clusters are available, and you can see the cluster set number, and you can also see the placement and the state of the overall state of the placement. And we have a cluster page. We can view the cluster claim in this page. And in the detail cluster detail page, we can view the add-ons and the manifest work. And if you click on the manifest work, you can check the condition and status of manifest work, also add-on. And in the cluster set page, uh, here we can check which clusters belong to this cluster set, and also the banding we create for this cluster set, and also the placement. Yeah, it shows some basic information of this placement. So this is the current progress. Um, uh, the scope of this project will mainly focus on visualize the information, not performing operations. For tasks like initializing hub or join or manage the cluster to the hub, I think for a very long time, we should still use a cluster ADM CLI tool. And also, most of the code of this project is currently is generated uh, by AI. So I have also highlighted it in the README in case it's a concern for any community user. The following actions I think is at least four actions we should do. The first is keep improving the code quality. The current goal is to improve overall UT coverage to 80%. And also we need to build and push image to OCMQ repo and also upload the chart to the harm repo so that user can install the dashboard easier into their cluster when Helm commands. This step requires we transfer this repo to the OCM org. I don't know if Chujian is Chujian is here or not. I will submit the transfer request, and it may request the org owner to approve it. And after the repo transferred, we will update the doc website, and also we will announce in the community channel. And finally, we can add the features and modify the existing features once we start to have users' feedback. Okay, that's almost all I want to present. Any questions?
Could you just show off a little bit more about the add-ons part? Like if you go
Yeah.
to a cluster,
Hello?
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So from what I gather, like a lot of our community users
Mm,
or or consumers of open cluster management, they really like the add-on framework, and they like the
oh.
fact that it's we can pick the optional components like the managed service account that you have here, right? So
Mm,
it's nice to be able to see the add-on instances that you have per cluster. But what about the catalog? Like there should be a catalog of add-ons. For example, right here, this a managed service account, and
mm,
then like are there other like can I what I'm trying to say is it should be a catalog, and then they can pick that type of thing, right? Like they pick the add-ons that they want. I know you're not doing the creates for now, but is there like a view list of available add-ons, that type of thing?
oh.
What
So
is
they
what
can
is that
pick add-ons to.
CRD
Oh,
called?
sorry. Sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. What's the question?
What is that CRD called again? A cluster add-on something.
Cluster add-on deployment?
Is it the cluster add-on deployment? The very top level one that defines, oh, this is my add-on template. If someone is to generate a managed cluster add-on, go use this add-on template. What CR is that again?
The cluster management add-on.
Yes, yes, yes. The cluster management add-on. Yep.
Mm,
So I feel like that's another one that is pretty good to show as well, because that kind of gives that, I don't know, like app store, that type of feel, right? Like if you go to any OS, yeah, like Ubuntu, I don't know, iOS, Windows, or like Android, they all have that app store, and the
mm,
add-on, that catalog, the cluster cluster add-on management CR. I feel like that it's kind of like the store thing. So I
Oh
feel like
yeah.
with that, it gives it'll take this it'll take this dashboard to the next level. And then if someone looks at it and go like, "Whoa, I got this cluster one. I can pick these different add-ons to improve my managed clusters capability," or something like that. I think that'll be pretty cool.
I put my hand up, but I'm just going to jump in. I agree, and you know what would be cool is if it could say like if you can scrape all the available add-ons, get the AI to scrape it and just list them, and say you have one of 27 possible add-ons installed, so people can get a sense of how many are out there and how many you're using. What do you think of that? I mean, I don't know if we ever want this to be something that allows you to install them, or maybe that comes down the line. But I like what Mike's saying, where you could have this just a list that says see more, and each one maybe has the link to the repo for the add-on, so you can get there straight away. But I think it'd be cool if you could see how many you've got installed of the total or something like that.
August, that's a great idea. You gave me too much credit. I mean, what you suggested is so much better than what I said. But yes, that's exactly that
They
makes
build
a
on
lot.
each other. We're like Laurel and Hardy, right? We just go back and forward. So I think that would be cool. So
Cool. I note the idea down. I think once we transfer the repo to OCM.org, I will create issues and put the note in the issue to track the progress, and we can discuss details in issue.
cool.
But
And
should we?
Shuzhao, this is amazing. Like this is so neat to see it so clean and like it just really shows you what OCM's doing. I think that's I don't know. I know as developers you guys know. You can see it in your head. But for many of us coming from the outside, just to get it qualified or quantified like this is super helpful. I can't believe how good it looks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I second that. This is really amazing. But should we put it as its own repo right away, or should we dump it in a folder in add-on contribution or something like that? Because it is kind of an optional first, right? Like, should we have it somewhere, kind of like a fertile ground to let it mature a bit, or what do you think, QJ?
Uh, in a separate repo, or in any existing repo, uh, I don't know. I think maybe putting a dashboard repo. We don't,
Okay.
yeah, or maybe class ADM repo because these are all user interface, but I think make it in a separate repo called dashboard is also fine.
Sounds good.
Does it matter? Do you think it'll matter where we put it based on our objective to get to incubation?
I don't think so. I think as long as we have enough maintainers that um make sure that it is maintainable, and that's fine for the incubation.
Okay, good, thanks.
So another question, Sujal. You mentioned the fact that we want to improve the code quality, and then you mentioned that this is, as you mentioned, mostly AI generated. So
Yeah.
how can you talk a little bit about that? Like, how do we improve the code quality if it's AI, if it's AI generated? Do we like, is there
Mm.
a steps that you're thinking of, like some kind of progress flow, that type of thing?
Yeah. The problem of this AI generated part is uh, they implement the front end in a prototype way. So before most code is uh, integrated with a mock data and also not enough UT test in the code base. So my first goal is to check every film, review them, and end in the UT test.
Sounds
And
good. Thank you.
also, yeah, to be honest, I don't really. I think except for the UT test, in the future, the we I will follow the Kubernetes dashboard, like learn best practices from the Kubernetes dashboard or other popular since that project to see uh, how they do code quality in their dashboard repo. I will also create an issue in the OCM org and adding more details and informations later for the code quality part.
Yeah, because I understand why you put. Could you go to the GitHub? Could you your GitHub page,
Okay.
please? Because I understand why you put that warning, right? Like
Mhm.
but it's a little bit discouraging. That's like, hey, like I understand why you put it, but I mean
Got it.
it's the same warning for every single project out there, right? Like I mean,
Yeah,
every
you're
single
right.
project is gonna have some AI code. Like if you're using an open source project, like you're gonna have to review it before you put it in production. Like it's just a little bit discouraging, kind of almost like telling people, you know, don't use it, or that type of thing. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I know it.
once you feel a little bit comfortable, like I almost wanted to just get rid of that, or at least don't make it like so. Like, is it even necessary to say that? Like, if someone
I
were
thought
to generate code from AI, like, and they don't say anything, like what, and publish it as open source, like, I like a lot of projects they always say, oh, we in alpha, it's not ready for production. I feel like that's fine.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I can replace this part to alpha
Yes,
and then
something like that.
alpha
Yeah.
note.
I think that makes sense because, but I know this is funny, Mike, but I almost saw it as an advantage. It's like some of this is done with AI, man. Like this
Yeah.
is, but I think you're probably right. We should just assume it. It's there. So, but that's funny because I had the opposite reaction. I was like, that is so cool. Tell me more. And now
I
you're
know,
like,
I
wait.
know, that's cool. I know. But
I
is
hear
like
you. I get it.
people mention like how it was generated by AI and like the steps to improve it through AI, or no, or it was just, oh, it was mostly bootstrapped it by the AI, and then that's it. Because I mean, when I see that, oh, it's generated by I actually think that it follows some kind of conventions or have some standards. Like I know it might not be perfectly valid, but I mean, at least I actually feel quite comfortable with it being AI than not AI. So, so the Shujao, do you mention in the README or in any doc like how it was done or something like that, or you just left it?
I have write some doc, but I didn't put into the repo because I assume in the future, maybe we have community developers. They have front end experiments and they want to contribute, and they don't use AI, and I think that's fine. So I don't want to limit how how contribute to this repo must be the AI way. Yeah.
Yeah, completely makes sense. Thank you,
Yeah,
Shujao.
I think my one and doc, uh, architecture doc in this repo about like I on my understanding is you have some Go backend and then you have the UI page and the UI page you have using some certain kind of the framework and that should be in a development doc and you could mention about like we have used some AI tools like Cursor, etc., to generate that part and um, if you have some existing framework that you can share in this repo that everyone can, some other developer can import, that's also fine, relating to the AI tools. But having so my point is that we don't need to we don't need to highlight in the README about that this is wholly AI generated, that you have to validate. We could have a development document on the architecture and how another developer can easily using these tools to develop based on some AI tools, etc. That will be more helpful.
I agree. Yeah, I will also note that down. I will also create an issue for the development guide doc. Yeah.
Any other questions and comments for Shujiao's great work? Thank you again, Shujiao.
Okay. I'll stop sharing.
Qzheng, do you want to talk a little bit about the 1.0? Are we gonna make an announcement in Slack, or are we still waiting on a few folks on some emerged PRs?
Oh yeah, yes. So we are planning to do the release in the next week or the week after the next week. I think most of the feature that we plan for 1.0 is done. There's only another two PR that's still on a review, but I don't see any outstanding issues that we cannot merge in the last 2 weeks. So I will send a notification. I will send an announcement on the Slack channel on the plan of the release, and yeah, I will. I will check the also of those two PRs to ensure that they can merge in these 2 weeks.
Thank you, Qzheng.
Yeah. So the thing is, as we plan, we are going to release I think will be for the KubeCon Japan, and right after the KubeCon China.
Okay. Okay, that's I think all we have for this week. Anyone else? Any comments, questions? Okay, thank you everyone for joining today. See you all next time. Take care,
Thanks.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.